Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Atalaya Jolette. If you are new here, thank you so much for tuning in. If you are not, thank you so much for tuning in, and I am glad to see you back. Before I start, I do want to ask that if you like what you see, if you want to see more, go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, hit the notification bell, and if this is on any other, well, I guess you can share it even if it's on YouTube. So share. So like, comment, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell. Sorry, I'm just getting over like bronchitis or something because I was sick all week. I've been sick through Christmas. Today is the first day that I'm actually feeling better. Yeah, I started being sick on, I gotta get a drink. Sorry. I started being sick on the Monday before Christmas, and it's like I said, today is the first day that I've really been out the house and I feel better. So if you hear my voice going in and out, that is why. But I did want to come to you to talk about this miraculous thing that just happened in my life. And I just wanted to shed some light on that and share some things, especially with going into the new year. So I have been struggling for the past, I'd say, couple of years actually, in regards to my purpose. This past decade has been up and down, and this is very ironic that I'm feeling like this, and God has given me such things at the end of this decade. Like I said, this decade has been up and down. The top of this decade, I stepped into some new things, and I've kind of felt like I had found my purpose at the top of this decade. 2010, that's when I started, you know, using my creativity that I did not know that I actually had, and kind of stepping out of my shell and doing things that I never thought that I would do. I started acting when I lived in Atlanta, just linking with different people, creative people, like-minded people, and that was really, I felt the prime, because before that, in 2009, I remember not knowing what my purpose was. Then I remember sitting at church praying because I had been embarrassed because the pastor of the church that I had gone to, he had given us a assignment and said, I want you guys to come back to church, you know, the next week, and I want you guys to let, you know, us know what your gifts are. What is your talent? What's your gifts? And I went home that night, not like scared, because not scared, but shameful, and I felt bad because I felt that I didn't have any gifts. I felt like I didn't have any talents. So I was struggling with that. Embarrassed. I just felt down about that. And that was in 2009. Now, I don't know if it was the next Sunday, but it was a Sunday close to that Sunday that I was sitting in church, and it was during worship, and we were praying, and God whispered in my ear, or just, it came over me. He said, you are necessary. And that just blew my mind. So I knew what necessary meant, but when I went back and I looked at the actual definition, it blew my mind even more. And I don't know the verbatim definition right now. You would think I would have memorized it, but I didn't. I used to. But if you look at the word necessary, if you go to the dictionary and pull it up, that just blew my mind. The words that the definition read just blew my mind. So God said I was necessary. So I said, okay, I'm going to accept that, and I'm going to walk into that. So 2010, I did start my acting career in Atlanta. I did some stage plays. Like I said, I started linking with people, gaining friendship, gaining connections with people, and rubbing elbows with people that I never thought that I would, you know, people that I watched on TV when I was younger. I was in the same circles as them, and things like that, and it just blew my mind. So I did that for up until I left 2015. I left Atlanta, and I always, from 2010 to 2015, I was always in stage, film, something in any capacity, whether it was on stage, behind stage, on camera, in front of the camera, behind the camera, on the side of the camera, whatever, I was involved. And I really felt like I found my is it niche? So I really felt like I found that, and I was comfortable with that. And I was proud and happy that I didn't let fear get in front of me, and I was just excited about that. Now in 2015 I did move to Virginia, and I moved for good reasons. I got married, and I was very optimistic, but I became frustrated, so frustrated, because I didn't have the same support system that I had when I was in Georgia, meaning I didn't have my friends, I didn't have, my family that really knew me and knew what I loved, and it was just very frustrating. So I felt like I was getting further and further away from my purpose. So I was just working, these regular jobs, and I didn't have, like, I worked a regular job in Atlanta, don't get me wrong, but like, how you have an extracurricular activity or on the weekends and you felt like, that was my hobby. That's doing film, television, stage. I always had that. When I got off of work, it was always something that I was going to do. But when I got here, it was just work and isolation. I was going home and I wasn't being creative. I did fly down to Atlanta once to do something, and but it really dried up after that. So I've been very frustrated with the fact that I haven't been able to be creative. I haven't been able to do what I love. It's been frustrating. I'm not gonna say like meeting people, because I have met people, wonderful people, but it's just been a very frustrating thing. So I've been praying about that, and asking God, like, what is that over? Is that just in the past, or is it something that I should continue to pray for? So yesterday, I was still feeling sick, but when it was time to go to sleep, like, I couldn't sleep. So I was just up. Like, I couldn't even, I was trying to do watch ASMR, listen to ASMR. Usually that will knock me out, but it did not. I was still awake, and I found it. 1 o'clock came, 1 a.m. came, 2 a.m. came, 3 a.m. and I was just up. Nothing, I could not go to sleep. So you know what they say, if you can't go to sleep, if you are tossing and turning, sorry guys, I'm at the town center in Hampton. But you know what they say, if you toss and turn, and you need to pray. So of course I said, God, is it something that I need to know? Let me know something. And I really didn't hear much. So he led me to open up my emails, and I started going through the deck. Like, it's this decade thing that I'm obsessed about. So I was like, let me look at my emails from the beginning of the decade. Let me look at all the notes in my phone, my iCloud. And when I did that, it was just like I had wrote so many things to myself, and it made me, it reminded me of so much stuff, like so many connections that I should not have had. Like, I should not have had those connections. I should not have been emailing back and forth. And God just put in my mind, like, you had no fear here. Why are you allowing fear to creep back into your being? It's not that part of you that those opportunities are dried up. It's just like you have fear and frustration in the way. So one of the things he said is take the mask off, and I'll get to that a little bit later as well. But it's just a lot of things that I had written to myself back in 2013, when I was going through horrible divorce and I was struggling. The things that I had written, and it was like I had nothing, but I was so articulate, and I was so clear, and I was so happy. It was crazy. Like, if God can, if I could be happy in the midst of those storms, and I'm thinking I'm in a dried up place now. No, I was in a dried up place then. In 2013, I didn't have anything. But the things that I wrote to myself, and the things that I wrote to God, and I remember one of the things that I said was, God, I'm so in love with you. Like, I adore you. Everything that you're doing for me right now, have your way. And that's when I didn't have anything. So God reminded me of how my posture has changed. It was like, don't forget what you said. Don't forget, God told me that he was going to give me double. And he did, and more. Like, God has blessed me tremendously since 2015 until now, since I moved to Virginia. So I must not forget, you know, what God told me, because he did. He gave me double. He gave me so much. And he also just reminded me that my purpose is still valid. My purpose will flourish. I just have to not live in frustration or live in fear. And I have to take the mask off. I had become so distracted by what I wasn't doing that I didn't look at the opportunities that God is placing in front of me. No, there's not an avenue for some of the things that I was doing in Atlanta, but it's an opportunity rather, because I can create some opportunity. You understand what I'm saying? Like, why am I looking for what other people has to offer for my purpose when I have a purpose that I can create some stuff and maybe bring some other people on with me? So God, you know, put that on my heart, and he just said, take the mask off and don't let distractions get in your way. And a lot of the things, that's why I'm vowing not to wear, I plucked all my nails off. Like, I'm not getting my nails done right now. I'm not putting no makeup on. Angel's laughing at me because she's right here. I got this little bun on my head, no weave. Like, I'm not doing that right now because I really want to get in tune with my creativity again and my purpose. And I'm not saying that you have to, you know, not wear makeup and and that's per se a mask. But for me, it was, I just need to be free. And it was very freeing getting up this morning and just spending time with God and saying, okay, I'm gonna bring this new year with a clear mind. And for me, that means I'm not worrying about what I look like in the morning. I can use that time to pray. I'm not worrying about, gosh, I gotta go get my nails done, cause it's crazy. So I'm gonna shift just a little bit. Growing up, I've always been bigger than all my siblings, and when I got to an age where I could like dress myself and stuff like that, I became obsessed with perfection as far as my appearance goes. So, and it wasn't that I thought I was ugly, but I was good at makeup. And again, I've always struggled with things that I have been good at. So I was good at makeup. So that's something that I know, like, oh my gosh, guys, look at me, see me, I can do this. So it's always been that, like, that was my, what is it called? I was known for that. And I've always just had this perfection obsession with my appearance. I gotta let that go. Of course, I'll start putting on makeup and getting my hair done and getting my nails done again. But for right now, I'm not doing it. And it's a very freeing thing not to have to feel like I have to look 100% put together when I get up in the morning and walk out the door. Like, it's something that I'm doing for me. I'm not saying that anybody, it may not even make sense to you what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I just said, God, if like, listen, he just put it on my heart. Bring the new year in free, clear, a blank canvas. And that's what I'm going to do. So that's why I'm here. Blank face. I ain't got no makeup on. I got my eyebrows waxed, but I ain't filling them in. I don't have no weave. I plucked my nails off. I'm not getting those done. My nails are so thin too, they hurt. But yeah, I'm just gonna start the new year with a blank canvas. I have on my Tracing Me shirt from my Tracing Me retreat, and it's so funny that I went to that retreat for a time such as this, because it was about tracing me. That's profound if you think about, you know, that statement, tracing me. And that's just what I'm gonna do right now. And that's why I want to start the year off as a blank canvas. I don't know when the next time I put weave in my hair. I don't know when the next time I put makeup on my face. I don't know when the next time I put nails on my fingers. I don't know. I just want to be a blank canvas, and I want God to pour into me, because whatever creativity that I outpour, I want it to literally be from him. So that's where I am right now. I'm not going to, like, yeah, I'm not gonna distract myself with minor things. Like I said, I'm at the yeah, so I'm gonna take, you know, that's part of me taking the mask off and living without fear. Fear of not being perfect, fear of not reaching my goals, because I'm going to do all of that. I'm not going to be perfect, but I'm going to reach my goals. I'm going to be in that creative avenue, and like I said, I'm going to create. Like what Tyler Perry said, he wasn't, you know, they didn't have a place for him at the table, so he created a table. And I'm not saying I'm going to be Tyler Perry or anything like that, but I just feel that I've spent this whole time frustrated for 5 years, because I felt like I wasn't operating in my purpose. I felt like there wasn't an avenue for my passions. And this whole time it's been an opportunity for me. So, and I know that I have a ministry inside of me, so I know that I need to operate in that as well. So part of me fasting and praying, like I said, is I'm going to enter the new year as a blank canvas. So I'm hearing God. I want to hear him clearer than ever before. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. So I'm sorry if this video was all over the place, or if you don't quite understand what I'm trying to say, but I just had to get that out. I don't quite understand sometimes half the stuff that I'm saying, but I will. Yeah, so I appreciate you guys for watching. Let me know in the comment section what you plan to pursue, or are you having an enlightening moment at this time, since we are entering another decade. And I said last year that I'm not getting into the whole new year, new me, new year. I'm leaving this 2019 because I feel like we're still in 2019, so miraculous things still can happen in this year. Honestly, I really honestly feel that. But it's a decade, and there's something about a decade that is amazing to me. So yeah. So what, do you have any plans on, you know, what you're going to try to pursue in this next decade? Is there any enlightening things that you're experiencing right now as we go into this decade? Are there any opportunities that you're missing because you're distracted on avenues that are absent, if that makes sense to you? Hopefully I can get some sleep tonight, but my mind is like going crazy. It's going crazy. Yeah. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I really do. Sorry I didn't post last week, but I was sick. I'm gonna try to post again next week. I wasn't even gonna do a video today, but like I said, I have been up. Like I was up last night, and it was just so much. I had to share this, and I don't really too much know. What did I just share? I don't really know, but hopefully it helps somebody. But yeah, I'm rambling. You guys have an awesome weekend. Awesome new year, new decade. I hope you guys had a great and blessed holiday, Christmas, with your family. I hope you guys are all safe. I'm praying for everybody, and I ask that you all pray for me and my family as well. And yes, I love you. Stay beautiful and have a great day. Bye.